Okay, in this tutorial I'm just going to show you some sample renderings of this scene, and so you might know what to expect from your cycles rendering and performance times. So this is just I'm in preview mode here, so 16 samples I'm running in here, fairly grainy. And that's because you notice my cycles main light that I have selected here. Let's go see where it is. It's over here. It's just this big giant. That's the big light in the scene right there. Is all I'm using for main illumination. Alright, so let's go back in here a little bit closer, like that. And since that illumination is fairly low down here, see it has the strength at 0.5, so 16 samples doesn't do very well. You'll see a lot of grain in it because what I'm trying to keep it low so I can illuminate it with a lot of other lights in the scene, the lights inside the buildings, these street lights and others. But let's just crank this up to 1 and just add a little more total light to the scene, or maybe 1.1. And let's see what 16 samples does. And suddenly 16 samples isn't as bad. See this light in here? You don't see quite as much graininess in here like that. So this total light in the scene can make a really huge difference as far as the quality you're rendering. So, however, if you want to run it down here at this level, really the key is you just got to crank it up. In fact, I'm just going to put this to 250 and we'll just watch it, and you'll see that it pretty much takes about this level of rendering to make this happen. And you can see it up here. We're at 30, 33 right now. Let me see. So even the tile floor is starting to come to life. Up to 120 samples. So we're almost, we're approaching 200. So 200 to 250 for me is about the minimum that I need for rendering these kind of scenes, because I tend to like, either evening or dawn lighting. It really helps set the mood in a scene a lot more. So if you're seeing grains in your renderings, you crank up your lights, your large light, or let it run for a longer period of time. And the one thing about the lights, and I've mentioned it in other videos in case you haven't seen it, is that the important thing about these lights is you either have to have a huge dome light for your HDRI lighting, or you just have to have a giant light like this. You're better off not. In fact, let's try this in here. Let's take this light and we're just going to scale it way up. Alright, so it's a much larger light in the scene. And we'll come back down here. Large lights make a huge difference versus a more powerful light. And then let's see what it renders at here. Let's set it down to 16 only. Oh, it's already past that, so maybe not quite as grainy. Let's see if we can bump that up just a few. 0.8. $16 passes 0.8. Nah, not too bad. All right, let's try that a little bit higher. Maybe we can get away with 50 passes. So that's not bad. I could probably actually get away with maybe 100 passes on this just by making the larger light. So that's why huge dome lights are commonly used. But $93, yeah, not too bad just by using a larger light. Of course, it doesn't quite look like daylight, evening light anymore, but I could have changed that by darkening this surface a little bit, would be one way to do it, or darkening these other surfaces like that, so the materials. So alright, well, just some tidbits, and hopefully that helps with you with your projects, and I'll see you in the next video.